Hello, ladies. Welcome to The Inspired Femme, your go to place for empowering discussions and insights to help you unlock your full potential. I'm your host, Marielle, and today we're diving into a challenge that is not for the faint of heart, the No Spend Challenge. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. This is not your grandma's tea party. This is a no BS, tough love journey to reshape how you handle your hard earned cash. I had a coaching session with a client today and I am feeling kind of sassy. Now, before you hit that skip button, I want you to imagine something with me. What if, just for a moment, we could reshape the way we view spending, break free from the chains of consumerism, and in the process, discover a newfound sense of empowerment and financial control. I want you to imagine a month where you break free from mindless spending, you cultivate healthier financial habits, and you finally achieve a sense of empowerment. This challenge is not just about saving money. This challenge is about gaining control, fostering discipline, and building a foundation for a more intentional and fulfilling life. So, what exactly is the No Spend Challenge? You're probably wondering. I'll start by telling you this. It's not about deprivation. It's more about intentional living. So I want you to picture this. A month where you commit to cutting out non-essential spending, making room for healthier relationships with your hard-earned cash. It's not just about budgeting. It's a lifestyle switch. So now, let's dive into the why. Why the heck would I willingly put myself through a no spend challenge? Well, ladies, it's simple. It's time to break the chains of mindless spending, cut the crap and the excessive junk out of our lives, and finally gain clarity on our financial habits. We're going to redefine the priorities and we are going to break free from the autopilot spending that more than often leaves us wondering, where the heck did my money go? So this isn't about a temporary budget fix. This is a lifestyle overhaul. This challenge is your chance to rediscover what truly matters to you, both financially and personally. I know the idea of a spending detox might sound daunting, I get it, but fear not. I've got some practical tips to help you not just survive, but thrive during the No Spend Challenge. You see, I started this challenge years ago, maybe, 11 years ago. And when I started, it wasn't a choice. I was struggling financially and I had to just live within my means. I had to life basically forced it on me. But I embraced it. And it was one of the best things that I have done. And ever since, every year I do the same thing. Sometimes I even do it twice a year, which is what I recommend. And I also do it whenever I see that I am spending too much, that I am just impulse buying, that my anxiety has gotten the best of me, and I just find myself overwhelmed with my purchases. So, that being said, here are a few rules for a successful no spend challenge. You can do this in different time frames. So you can decide, I recommend that you do a 1 month. So you start, let's say, January 1st, and then you end January 31st. And why I recommend January is because November, December are months of heavy, heavy spending. You are having fun. You're not thinking. You're not looking at your budgets. You probably don't even have a budget, and that's fine. But come January, you need to put your best foot forward. You need to start making changes. And this is a great way to start. So, going back to the rules. Number one, define your spending boundaries, right? So you have groceries, you have utilities. You basically are only spending on things that you need to stay alive. Okay? That is it. Nothing, you don't need to overcomplicate this. What is it that you need? You need shelter, you need food, you need transportation if you commute to work. That is it. You don't need to get on Amazon. You don't need like none of that. Okay? You know this. Number two, no non-essential purchases. No non-essential purchases. So you're going to commit to refraining from purchasing anything that is not an essential purchase. Okay, you're going to have to be honest with yourself and differentiate what a need versus a want is. As an example, I need food. I do not need to go out to a steakhouse. That is a want. Okay? So you need to know the difference and you need to be honest with yourself and be disciplined. Rule number 3, you need to establish a budget. Okay? You need to create a realistic budget for your necessities. And what are your necessities? You have your bills, you have your groceries, you have your essential items. And you need to stick to this budget diligently. Okay? We don't need to overcomplicate this. Rule number 4, you need to plan your meals and your groceries. And if you are not one to cook, I completely understand that. You need to make a list before you go to the grocery. So when you get to the grocery store, before you get to the supermarket, you know exactly what it is that you need. You walk in and you're focused and determined, and it's in and out. Simple as can be. So, rule number 5, use what you have. Prioritize using items that you already own. So before you're making a purchase, consider if there's a way to repurpose or utilize what you already have. This is where your creativity needs to kick in. Rule number 6, no impulse buys. Okay, you need to avoid making impulsive decisions. You're going to have a piece of paper ready, and you're going to implement a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. So you're basically giving yourself time to reconsider your spending. Whenever you want something, you're going to write it down on a piece of paper. And you're going to keep this paper for 30 days, from the beginning of your challenge to the end. And at the end, I guarantee it's going to be so fulfilling for you to look at this list and notice that all those items that you thought that you wanted and you desperately needed, you did without. And chances are, at the end of the challenge, you're not even going to want to buy them, because that was your that consumerism in you that is triggering. So I kid you not, I've done this for many, many years, as I said before, and I cannot begin to tell you how much stuff I have in my cart by the end of the challenge, in my Amazon cart. And that's because I, in the moment, feel that I need everything. Like I literally need everything that I see. And I keep adding and adding. And at the end of the challenge, at one point, I had 384 items. Throughout a month, I thought that I needed 384 items. Towards the end of the month, when I saw my list, my cart, I didn't need those things. I didn't. I truly, truly didn't. And the same thing is going to happen with you. So you're going to take that piece of paper and you're just going to write down everything that you think that you need. Because really, you're not going to need it. So, rule number 7, you're going to track your expenses. You're going to keep this detailed record of your spending, even for essential purchases. Okay, this is going to give you awareness, and it's going to help you identify patterns, and it's going to help you make informed decisions, right? Because we're not doing this as a one time. We're changing our habits here. Okay, so we want to know what is going on. We want to be aware about our triggers. Rule number 8. Okay, there is one exception to the rule. Okay, one. And that is your well-being and your safety take precedence. Okay, that is it. If it's late at night, you need to Uber it, go ahead and, splurge on that Uber. Like, don't put yourself at risk. It's not worth it. Okay, so you need to allow exceptions for unexpected emergencies, basically. Okay, I know that was a lot, but it's not that difficult, I promise you. I want you to use this challenge as an opportunity to cultivate positive habits. I want you to focus on gratitude, contentment, and mindful spending. I want you to take time to reflect on your spending habits during this challenge. I want you to learn from the experience and consider how you can apply these lessons in the future. This challenge is about growth, not perfection. So if you slip up, it's okay. Acknowledge it, you learn from it, and you continue the journey without self-judgment. So if on day 3 you impulsively buy something, it's fine. You recognize it, you acknowledge it, you learn from it, you tell yourself, okay, this is not allowed again. And then you continue the next 27, 28 days. Okay, you don't need to give in and give up. That's not what we're doing here. Why? Because if there is one thing that we are not going to be in 2024, it's broke. So you need to embrace the No Spend Challenge as a chance to finally redefine your relationship with money. You need to make intentional choices and create a healthier financial future. And this is a perfect opportunity to start. So I invite each and every one of you to join the Inspired Femme community. Head over to Instagram at the Inspired Femme and let's make this challenge a shared experience. A journey we embark on together. That being said, I want you to take a moment, okay? And just imagine the possibilities that open up when we take control of our spending. The No Spend Challenge isn't just a pause on your purchases. This is a deliberate step that you are taking towards financial empowerment and a life of abundance. So if you're ready to flip the script on your spending and cut the excuses and show your money who's boss, this is your opportunity. I encourage you to share this episode with friends and family and anyone who may benefit. And maybe you can do this together. Okay, or maybe you simply inspire someone by your actions. Like once you're done with the 30-day challenge, maybe you are an inspiration to that person who is struggling financially and just doesn't know where to start. So join me next time on The Inspired Femme as we continue to fuel the fire of empowerment. But until then, remember, you've got this and the best is yet to come. Thank you for tuning in. The Inspired Femme, where leveling up is not just a goal, it's a lifestyle.